reviews, discussions, and theories about films in horror, sci-fi, and genre. This is the Horror Deconstruction. Like, share, and subscribe to hear more.
What's up, everybody? It's the Horror Deconstruction. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, but most likely on YouTube. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Let people know about the show with your host, Komp, and...
Ding dong bell icon.
And today's film is...
Choose or Die, formerly titled Cursor, 2022.
Choose or Die 2022, also known as Cursor 2022. After firing up a lost 80s survival horror game, a young coder unleashes a hidden curse that tears reality apart, forcing her to make terrifying decisions and face deadly consequences. Directed by Toby Meeks, written by Simon Allen, Toby Meeks, Matthew James Wilkinson. 3 guys they took to write this. Wow, incredible. You could see it. You can really see it.
Now, this is saying it's a British...
it has to be. I'll get into that in a second. Starring Iola Evans, Asa Butterfield, Robert Englund, Asa Butterfield, and the main guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Oh, he's British?
Yeah, he's British. Isaac, and also I for sure know who's that other actor that's in. I don't
yeah,
know.
but I mean, was it
British.
Filmed in? Was it? Is
Danny,
it a British company?
have you ever seen? And Eddie Marsan, I believe, is
it
either
was
English
filmed
or Irish.
in the United Kingdom.
If you look, these are Western characters, right? They're playing Western characters. You could look from the neighborhood and see that this is in like the UK. Buildings do not look like that in the United States. I was looking at it. I was like, when they did an overhead shot of the buildings, I can't explain how to. I don't know how to explain how the buildings look different in the UK. Just from seeing a UK film compared to this, like their slums and their ghettos. So
I don't understand, why did they do American accents?
Well,
then?
Does this movie make sense to you at all? It doesn't make any sense at all. This movie.
I can tell you didn't like it, but I kind of enjoyed it.
This is they should have called this movie Snooze or Fly, because I wanted to fly out of my house when I saw this. It stars Iola Evans, Asa
like
Butterfield,
the mom
and Robert Englund.
with the rat.
Yeah, so this movie, I'm very ashamed of you for liking this movie. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was kind of enjoyable. I don't know.
Oh boy! So also with a cameo of Robert Englund, who does a voiceover.
Yeah, that was fun.
They made a big deal about it. So Danny, why did you pick Choose or Die?
It's new. It's on Netflix. That's it. It's new. It's on Netflix. Why not? It reminded me of I forgot which country. It was an Asian horror movie with a video game theme where somebody was in a video game and it was the main character of the movie.
Did we see it? You and I talk about it?
Yeah, we reviewed it.
Oh, I can't even think about an Asian video game movie.
The main character of the movie in the very beginning, they're in a bus.
Tag. You're talking about Tag. From Sion Sono.
That's it.
A movie that I thought would be...
Kind of reminded me of Tag.
I thought it was going to be an incredible, brilliant discussion on female empowerment, and then Thea and Danny were like, this is a piece of shit. And I was like, oh, okay.
Did I say it was a piece of shit?
Nah, you just didn't. I don't think you guys liked it that much. Anyway, so what's weird is Asa Butterfield, who plays Isaac. So these are American characters in very British locations. They're all American, and they all have American accents, and it's clearly in Britain or somewhere. Mm-hmm. And Asa Butterfield, who plays Isaac, he was actually up for the Spider-Man role, the one that ended up going to whatever his name is, the main actor from the new Spider-Man films.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
Could you imagine, like, he has to be in this movie and, like, nowhere to go. I mean,
he's not a bad actor.
No, he's good.
He's a good actor.
He was in a couple of films, but I guess it just didn't work out for him. I think all the films that he was in just didn't make money. And so I think they probably put that into thought. Although I don't know if the guy who is playing Spider-Man now was really in any big hits besides whatever that Mark
I didn't know.
Wahlberg
I never heard of him before Spider-Man. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in something else. Anyway, so the main character of the film is Iola Evans as Kayla, and she's a tomboyish young lady who wants nothing to do. She was from a TV show called The 100 that a lot of people like. Mm-hmm. It made a big deal.
Oh, I heard about that. It's 100 people that don't go into a coma when the rest of the world does, or something weird.
Well, you know more about it than I do. The only thing I know about The 100 is that it spurred on a movement called Kill Your Gays, where gay people that watch television, they get offended. Well, not offended, but they're upset that gay characters are always killed off in television shows. So gay people watching the show don't have like a gay character to identify with, and they always tend to, like, if you have a gay partner, they're dead. If this person's gay, they're gonna die in the show. which is weird because like they should at least have 2 or 3 gay people in it. So when they do kill somebody off, it's like not gay people aren't immortal. But I get that I remember that was the big deal about that show. I think the show just finished, but
they were killing their gay characters.
yeah, I think they had a lesbian couple and they got killed off, and people really got pissed off about stuff like. Well, I guess a major percentage of the family. So anyway, that has nothing to do with Choose or Die. So Choose or Die is a film about a game called.
It does not.
The movie starts out with a family trio. An older man played by Eddie Marson as Hal. I'm sure Eddie Marson is
a really nice guy. He seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah, I don't get it. So Eddie Marson,
he just likes the 80s. I mean, you know.
He was in a couple of movies that I saw, like The World's End and 21 Grams. He's a very good actor. He was also, I think, Ray Donovan. He plays the brother in that show. If you've seen him, you'd be like, okay, I know that. He has like a very feline face for some reason. So he's in. I
don't actually know him, but it's okay.
You've probably seen something with him in it, unless you watch shitty movies like this movie. And so he was. He's with his family. His son is having an issue with the mother because I guess some girl they had some issue with a girl. It has nothing to do with the story. His son's being a little dick. The father's a shut-in. He's what the Japanese would call hikikomori, which means that you shut yourself from the outside world and you just play video games or stay in your room all the time. Sounds like a dream to me. And
that does sound kind of nice.
He boots up a game called Cursor. CUS less than or greater than R.
It's the greater than.
Yeah,
it's the
greater than. And so.
Is it? Wait, let me look. Hold
I think
on.
it was less.
Yeah, it's the greater. No, it's the greater than.
So then the game tells him what goes, your son's tongue or your wife's ear, and I don't know if they're gonna stab her in the ear or whatever. But anyway, the game pretty much.
Now, was it one ear or 2 ears?
It was probably both ears. So I guess the mother wouldn't be able to hear the son talking shit. And
well, no, she'd still hear. He didn't say scoop out the eardrum. He just said the ear.
I'm so incredibly
the outside part.
I'm so incredibly underwhelmed by this movie. I don't even give a shit about talking about the movies. You can hear it by the way I'm talking. So, what happened?
So you didn't enjoy any aspect of this movie?
The only thing I gotta say that I really actually liked was the actual video game stuff, like the screen. You know, when you see the game happening, like especially when the mother's trying to hide away from the
graphics and everything was pretty fun.
Yeah, and then the lady falls out the window. Like that's great. The rest of the movie I can give a rat's ass about because it felt like just scene upon scene, like just scenes happening after one another. It didn't feel like anything was like there was no. I don't know. I can't explain what it is, but it just seems like they had a premise for a short film and they stretched it out to an hour and 27 minutes, which isn't like a necessarily long time for a movie. Like when you sent this to me,
24 minutes.
Yeah, when you sent that to me and I saw the running time, I was like, yes. And then I was like, wow, this is pretty long. Like,
yeah, no, that's how I felt too.
So watch.
But I felt like it. I don't know. We disagree. I felt like it went very fast.
Yeah. No, I think once I was just sort of. I have a self-defeating purpose, and when I'm not interested in something, it just suddenly
you've accepted
longer.
that your life
I'm
is
suddenly
over watching this movie.
I'm suddenly in the Matrix. But the game is obviously a cursed game. It uses what runes or like some sort of ancient language.
Basically, yeah, some weird magical symbols or whatever.
Yeah, that was another thing because I guess it was a game that was made in 1984, right? We end up eventually seeing that guy, whatever the evil coder. Used this curse that if you can curse somebody and the bad things that happen to them, good things happen to you. I don't know why.
I mean, I like the concept and I like where it went with it because I would absolutely curse so many
Oh, yeah,
people.
no, I would do that too. That'd be great. But like,
I'd be like, oh my God, like I would there'd be world peace and I would be immortal.
In his explanation, like, remember, Danny, power corrupts all. So I don't think you'd probably do bad things too. You'd probably have a golden statue of yourself.
No, I wouldn't be corrupt. I wouldn't be corrupted.
Yeah, but
I would right all the wrongs of the world. I would be a great dictator.
So, I don't even know what the hell I was gonna go. Well, explain who Kayla and Isaac are.
Kayla has a very sad life.
Yeah.
She's a coder who I guess works for Isaac and is friends with
I think
Isaac
she does I think she does like side jobs for him. She works like as a janitorial for a big corporation that is like essentially going to fire her from her. I mean, not fire her, kick her out of her own house because she can't make the rent because her mother is like a junkie.
Yeah, and so she has like a dead brother, and she lives in like a really bad kind of like, I guess I don't know, like a bad neighborhood, and her mom is crazy and blah blah.
And her
blah.
mother looks
It's sad.
considerably older, like in her like late 50s or something. She looks jacked up, and like, I guess that's good enough pussy for that guy, right? It's funny because she looks very pretty in the IMDb.
Is he fucking her? I didn't.
What
think
else?
That.
What else is he gonna get out of her? He's like a scummy drug dealer.
Yeah, I thought he was getting money from her.
Okay,
like
I thought he was doing something more insidious, like he was sniffing her underwear later on.
I did not. I mean, maybe I'm naive or something. I didn't get a sex vibe out
It
of
was
it.
he should have been an ex, then he would have taken care of that old lady's problems. But so
Oh yeah.
so what is Kayla up to? What does she do when she
You
finds
could have given her good medicine.
What does she
too,
do
for
when
her
she
problems.
finds out this Kayla when Kayla finds out this cursor game?
She stops an innocent waitress from eating glass.
I thought that was pretty good actually. The glass eating scene.
All the fucking murder scenes were awesome to me. I thought they were.
Did
great.
you like when the old man jumped up and he turned into bad digital effects, and he was screaming?
Yeah, actually, I really did like that. I remember it was cool. It was like very like horror movie Tim and Eric.
I guess. To me, it just looked like I said, it was like a movie that had no budget except for like certain scenes, and like they just took lower.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Right.
It could have been a shorter film, but like, I don't know. I thought every video game scene was awesome. Like the overall idea, like the plot, was pretty cool to me. Like
when
I know
Isaac
it's not,
was
like, the most original, but
when Isaac was vomiting up the VHS tape. You like that part?
I did actually. Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Okay, there are some interesting elements to it, but I don't think it fits together as a movie. I didn't feel like I say I wasn't scared, but that could be just our many years of just doing these movies. Yeah,
no, I wasn't scared. I don't get scared by horror movies like basically ever because I've seen all of them. But like, it was still cool. I don't know. I thought it was interesting and fun.
Yeah, I think
it was a little slow moving at parts. I agree.
I think the essential thing is just it's like a trial of games for Kayla, where, I think she plays 3 games. Eventually, the third one being the one where Isaac is killed, and then the fourth one she has to fight the final boss, which is Eddie Marson. I guess the game chooses the boss. I don't know why it does that, because I guess Hal, the old guy from the '80s, he can you imagine hearing that, Danny? The old guy from the '80s. But Hal is the guy. I guess he's keeping his family.
Yeah, but you know what? He was already a like 30-year-old man.
Yeah, that guy
80s,
was like in his 60s or something. But he's keeping his family hostage for some reason. Like, I guess with the game, and his son has like taped images of where like he must have lost an eye and his
I think
mouth.
it's just because he didn't want to look at his mutilated face, and he's a crazy
but why
person.
is he like cursing them? Like, I
And
guess
who could
they must have
blame
been
him? I mean, if your son was missing his eye and stuff, yeah, I would do that. I'd put.
were they like
magazine
I
pictures
guess
over
they
their
were a
holes.
shitty enough family that he controlled them with the cursor game, and then cursor didn't like that. So eventually, will that come back to Kayla? Will somebody actually play good at cursor and fight Kayla? You know what I mean? It's gonna be that.
Well, no, I think what it was is the guy only wants one prize winner.
Oh, okay.
Because I think most people don't usually win the prize.
Right.
I think most people probably die or kill themselves or what. And I think now you got this guy who's like a holdout, and you got another worthy opponent, but he only wants one of them to win or both of them to die, so he makes them choose.
Yeah, but then like, I mean, what's the point of winning the game? Like, because you think that
What
guy,
do you
think
get
that
you get to be the cursor.
I know, but then the guy who created it, he won't have any more magic powers to do it. So why would he want that?
Why? It doesn't say you have to get rid of your
Oh,
magic
okay.
powers to give someone else the magic powers.
Yeah, but I mean, it's implied that she's gonna.
The magic powers is just summoning the power through those runes.
It's gonna be.
so
It's gonna be
anyone could
implied
do
that
it.
she's gonna do it to him at the end. That's the whole implication at the end. So I don't understand.
Well, that is what she says. So I mean, I guess now it's a face-off between them.
Yeah, we don't see the
Personally, I'd be like, "You're fine. You can be good. Just let me kill all of the bad people."
I like how the rat game was sort of inversed, where you think you're trying to say, "Hey, help somebody," but you're actually controlling the rat. Why she didn't have the rat charge the door instead of chewing it doesn't make any fucking sense. Because like, I don't know what
I guess she figured it'd be slower to chew than to charge.
I don't know what kind of rats they got in the United, or I guess here in America, compared to the UK, I guess.
Have you seen the
Yeah,
MTA?
I saw a rat that looked like the size of a fucking it looked like a raccoon or something.
I've seen cat-sized fucking rats in there.
Horrible.
Like, they're big.
What didn't work for you since you liked the movie?
It was a little, it was a little dragging on at points, and like the in between the scenes is like a little too slow at points. But like, yeah, so the pacing. But like, I thought all the acting was good, and I thought all the kills were fun, and the idea is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think pretty much the whole film, everybody was underutilized. I thought that the shots weren't interesting, like the way it looked visually. The only time that was interesting was the video games. Like the rat scene is the best part of the film for me.
I would agree with you on that, actually.
Just for that spooky image of when the lady falls out of the window, you see her like little cartoon version of her falls and disappears. Like I thought that was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like if the whole movie was more of that as opposed to like these people just went through. She like killed her dead brother, right? Because I guess her brother died because she was watching him and he jumped in a pool and has ruined her family ever since. And like they're sitting in a room together, laughing with each other. Her and Isaac are like telling jokes because he wants to get with her. And I'm like, what? This is like serious issues. This is within a span of 2 hours. You just saw like almost got killed by a supernatural.
Yeah, but that wasn't really her brother. That was a ghost.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. If you killed something that
I don't know. I was laughing the day after my dad died. Like it's just how people deal with it.
You're very disturbed. But I think that visually, it had a nice palette to it and had a nice look to it. I thought the cursor game itself looked cool with the little skull spinning around and stuff like that. I'm glad they actually got to do a voice for it because at the beginning it wasn't a voice and I had to put my fucking glasses on to read the screen. I appreciated that stuff. Robert Englund got an easy paycheck for this. Good to see he's getting some work.
Yeah, I wonder how much he charges per word. It's
I bet you he did
$1,000 per
I wonder
word.
if he did that for Cameo. When you record your face for like people like to say happy birthday or something.
Yeah. Right.
But he did it obviously for like 5 seconds, and they gave. That's what it looked like. It looked like they had enough money for these people because like Eddie Marsan is a pretty respectable actor, and you can tell he just did like a day of work on this movie. And like they just had him.
Wait,
in
Eddie Marsan is
the
which
father,
one?
The old man.
He's
Hal. Like
okay.
He's probably the biggest name in the film, and it's just sort of like it's whatever. It seems like they had enough money for something. Like this could have probably worked better as a miniseries. I think if they did like 3 episodes,
that would be cool. Yeah, like 2 or 3 episodes, that could be cool.
Yeah, because then they could do more games and more people get killed. I was more focused on the game than anything else because then they explained the game and I actually thought that was pretty cool. The runes, like using those to curse people. Yeah. But other than that,
I don't know why it like made me think of that "We're Alive" podcast a little bit somehow. I don't know why. Well, something about it kept reminding me.
Well, We're Alive is a podcast people should listen to. It's if you're sick of zombies, don't worry. It's actually a very good show, and it's just the second season just came out. So zombiepodcast.com. Go listen to that.
Although the main characters are absolutely insufferable. Like
one of the things that bothered me.
I'll put that warning
was
out there.
the evil game creator. Well, when they cut to his video, explaining what's going on. I don't know why he would explain it. Like, I guess he's explaining it for the audience watching the movie version because nobody would. Why would you explain it? Like, why would you give your hand? You know what I mean? And like I guess he was so excited about it, but I would have not told anybody. I would have been like, "Oh shit, I'm the man." And the camera filming him in the 1984 is a pristine, clear. And this is like a small nitpick. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a VHS camera that's filming him, and it always drives me fucking nuts. But whatever. What a weird thing to go through. I'm feeling sick.
Yeah, it's interesting that they wouldn't have done that considering they got all the other retro stuff correct.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
In the end, to me, it's underwhelming. It didn't seem to... It had an interesting idea, but I don't think they executed it well, and it was kind of boring, and the characters I didn't really give a rat's ass about, and the deaths weren't graphic enough.
I kind of felt really bad. Like, I liked that guy, and I
Isaac?
wanted them to get together.
Of course they're going to kill him. There's only like 3 characters in this movie. You know what I mean? In a horror movie, they're not going to kill one of the characters off. You knew he was dead. I felt bad.
I know, but I felt bad. I liked him. I wanted them to get together.
His game was never created. There you go. Imagine it was a hot porno game, the one that says you'll come in 3 seconds. They always advertise.
And he has her as the main character.
Yeah. Anyway, what rating would you give? Or do you have anything else to say about this fantastic movie?
I say that it's kind of like that movie The Wiz from the 80s, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Okay. I think it's the 70s, late 70s.
You remember that video game movie?
Oh, The
where
Wizard.
The, kids,
the Wizard.
Video game
No, you said The Wiz. The
Wizard.
The Wiz was the Black Wizard of Oz movie that I liked.
Yeah, the Wiz is the Wizard of Oz sequel. Oh, no, that's just called Oz. The one with the chick from The Craft. I can't remember.
What are you talking about?
No, The Wizard.
The Wizard, the 80s movie.
I'm confusing multiple things in my head.
A quick note about from The Wizard. You know the kid that has the power glove? You know, because the power glove, it's so bad. Like he's like
I haven't watched the movie in 30 fucking years.
That guy got arrested for molesting a child. So he went to he's probably he's probably getting a power glove up his ass right now. So what else do you have to say about this being The Wizard?
You know what? I have a question. I don't know if this is a
California.
A question I shouldn't ask.
Go ahead.
The question is, do you think if you're a child actor,
oh no,
and then you grow up and you become a pedophile like that guy did, do you think he ever looks back at old footage of himself like, oh yeah, I was hot, like?
You have to really be into yourself. Like you got to be very like smug to do that.
No, but I mean, maybe he's a narcissist.
Because I mean, we can very rarely I can see a photo of myself when I was younger. I'm a pretty good looking guy, but I don't think I'd fuck myself. You know, well, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Wait, but who's? I mean, the main guy was Fred Savage, so he's not a pedophile.
Oh, that's true. And Fred Savage just got fired from producing the new version of the Wonder Years because he was being an asshole on set. So now he's canceled too. So everybody else,
was he?
So the Wizard has cursed everyone.
Why was he being what was he doing to be an asshole?
He was yelling at people and he was being inappropriate. I don't know if it was sexual stuff, but he was being inappropriate. So now he's done. So fuck him. Oh well.
Okay.
So what did the Wizard have to do with this? Just because it was a video game?
Wasn't he like in a video game or something?
No, he
wasn't that the plot? I don't know.
No, it was just. I thought that's what the movie was going to be about when I saw it as a kid.
What am I thinking of? Like,
should I talking about Spy Kids or
something?
Definitely
a movie or a show I saw.
Spy Kids Part 3.
What?
Spy Kids movies.
I never saw it.
Well, that has people going into video games. I can't remember any movie about a video game besides Tag.
No, you're right. It's not this. Well, you know what? In any case, I don't know why I brought all that. We went on a big tangent. I'm wrong.
That was the entertaining part of the episode. The only other horror movie I can remember, there's a video game movie I saw. It was horrible, called Stay Alive. Maybe we'll do that one day. It's one of the worst movies I ever saw. It's about a video game that people get sucked in. Anyway, what rating would you give Choose or Die 2022?
I give it a 7.5.
Wow, Jesus.
Maybe a 7. A 7. A 7 out of 10. You want to get laid or date? Maybe you love her, or you just want to get laid. And instead, you end up puking out and taking back in an entire reel of VHS tape several times and then dying.
I'll give this a 5.5 out of 10. Being upset that someone says fuck the 80s. And with that, Danny.
that was funny. That was pretty funny.
And with that, Danny, what's the final word?
Weird Q symbols.